A couple years ago, Cardi B sued a popular YouTuber. What happened next should be an alarm for all YouTubers. The first attack on Cardi B's character was that her behavior would lead to her kid having complications, and the other three claims get even worse. The YouTuber making these claims is Tasha K, who considers herself to be an entertainment blogger and the queen of exclusive celebrity news. Her channel, Unwind with Tasha K, has 1.1 million subscribers and over 233 million channel views. Her coverage of Cardi B received enough attention that a lawsuit was filed in the state of Georgia alleging slander, libel, and invasion of privacy.
Tasha K had all of the opportunities really to avoid it.
Cardi B is a massive influencer, musical artist, and celebrity. Anyone who knows anything about defamation law knows that winning a defamation case as a public figure is nearly impossible. This is a massively important case for YouTubers, and by the end of the video, you're going to have an intimate understanding of defamation law and some juicy updates on this case. According to the complaint, while Cardi B was pregnant on or around April 13, 2018, Kibi published a video where Kibi stated that as a result of Cardi B's actions, her then unborn child may have intellectual disabilities.
I'm gonna sue you for defamation of character. Because it's like, you know what, I let the play and talk about me, but when you talk about my daughter, you have, that's when I have a issue with you.
So 3 cease and desists have gone out, and Tasha K said she was going to basically wipe her ass with all of them.
Kibi has become obsessed with slandering Cardi B. In the last 14 months, Kibi has put out at least 23 videos regarding plaintiff. Reacting or commentating on A-list celebrities or influencers is nothing new, but I think we can all admit that 23 videos is past the point of obsession.
And so then it was to the point where she was talking about content that didn't have anything to do with Cardi B, and yet she would still tag Cardi B, or she'd throw in a line to kind of get those numbers up. And with the numbers, of course, comes the money.
Many YouTubers have relied on what you could call an A-list celebrity license, where you aren't worried that the celebrity, who will never see your video, coming after you, so you say some defamatory stuff, but what happens when they do? The September 2 video contains the false, malicious, and defamatory statement that plaintiff prostituted for a living. Cardi B has been vocal about her past career as a stripper and is not shy about some of the scandalous behavior needed to survive in that environment. But a line is a line, and she believes Tasha K crossed it.
You wanna know what's so funny? There's a lot of bloggers out there that don't like me, and all they do is talk negative about me, but yet they still post me.
While Cardi B was dealing with the criticism from Tasha K, another blogger began making videos about her.
And the fact that she got herpes, that's out too.
In the Jones video, Jones made the false, malicious, and defamatory statement that plaintiff got herpes. We've covered a lot of lawsuits on this channel, and I thought it would be interesting to cover a defamation case where a celebrity actually won. In February 2022, a judgment was entered against Tasha K and her company. $1,025,000 was awarded for pain and suffering and or reputational injury, and for medical expenses, $1 million in punitive damages against Tasha personally, and $500,000 against her company, and nearly $1.4 million in litigation expenses. Preparing for this video required reading hundreds of pages of legal documents, but thankfully my hobby of listening to audiobooks is possible with Audible. I partnered with Audible on this video because I wanted to share with you how powerful their application is. I'm able to maximize my time at the gym by listening to audiobooks. My lifestyle sometimes requires time away from home, and audiobooks provide the flexibility I need. I've been able to level up in life by listening to audiobooks like Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. And I've also been able to make YouTube videos after being inspired by audiobooks like All You Need to Know About the Music Business by Donald Passman. You can even throw in some headphones and enjoy an audiobook whenever you go on your daily walk. I'm so happy to announce that Audible is providing a free trial to members of my audience. If you'd love to take advantage of such an awesome offer, go to audible.com/Spencer or text code SPENCER to 500-500. Audible offers an incredible selection of podcasts, audiobooks, and Audible originals. I've personally learned so much from the audiobooks I've listened to on the app. Let me know what audiobooks or podcasts you'll be listening to. Back to the video.
You wanna know why they post me? Because I bring them traffic. You heard? Because your audience love to hate.
Many YouTubers, Tasha K being one of them, have had the belief that they could slander influencers' names with no repercussions because of free speech.
Because you see her husband on there with a big old picture with a big herpes cold sore right here. Not saying that there's anything wrong with herpes. I got nothing against herpes, but that's out too.
This is Star Marie Jones, who claims to have lived with Cardi B at one time. She was also sued by Cardi B in September 2019 for defamation. I was sued for defamation in June 2021 by an influencer named Derek Moneyberg, and in the 2 years since, I've become pretty well versed in defamation law. Since I've had hundreds of conversations about the case, it made me realize how few people understand freedom of speech and defamation law. Cardi B is a celebrity, and defamation cases are nearly impossible to win for celebrities, so how did she win nearly $4 million against a YouTuber? We first need to start with freedom of speech, which is the ability for an individual to articulate their opinions or beliefs without fear of retaliation, censorship, or legal sanction. But there's a catch. Defamation, among a few other things, is not covered. It's okay to state your opinion that you don't like someone, you think their music isn't good, or that you think someone is ugly. That's fine. You can even defame people. But if they decide to sue, you may be held liable for the damages incurred.
And she started to just be nasty, and the more and more we would hang together, the more Molly pills she would be taking, the more cocaine she'd be taking.
Calling Cardi B a drug user was argued by her side to be defamation of character. Jones also published written comments on her Instagram account to third parties that Cardi B is just a Grammy-nominated prostitute running around spreading her herpes. I interviewed one of my attorneys representing me in my defamation case to explain an important element to these cases.
If you are a public figure, whether general purpose or limited purpose, then you have to show that the defendant published their statements with actual malice, which I mentioned earlier was, knowing falsity or reckless disregard for the truth.
According to the complaint, Tasha K interviewed Star Marie to learn more about Cardi B. Tasha K believes Star Marie to be a credible source, and her liability for defamation is essentially zero at this point.
Then Cardi reached out to her and said, listen, you're a woman, I'm a woman. You're a mother, I'm a mother. Like, why can't we resolve this? And she wouldn't do it.
Remember that Cardi B had sent Tasha K multiple cease and desist letters notifying her that her videos contained defamatory statements.
But when we talk about public figures, you need to show what's called actual malice, which means you either need to know that the statements, subjectively know that your statements are false when you make them, or you need to publish them with reckless disregard, which just means some kind of significant subjective doubt as to whether your statements are true or false. You can't just hide your head in the sand and then say, I didn't know it was false.
Many YouTubers immediately think that a cease and desist isn't to be taken seriously, and all defamation cases are just another slap lawsuit, which isn't always the case. The term slap lawsuit has gotten brought up to me a lot. This idea of slap. People see defamation, they immediately go, oh, you can file a slap lawsuit, or is it a slap case? What does slap mean? S-L-A-P-P.
It's an acronym for Strategic Lawsuit Against Public Participation. And this is just a case, sort of the stereotypical slap case is when you have a very wealthy person who doesn't like what someone said about them, usually online, and then files a lawsuit. Not because they actually suffered any damages or because they actually have any legitimate claim, but just because they want to shut someone up.
When Tasha K was presented with the multiple cease and desist letters, she was given a choice: either take down the videos or leave them up and risk being found liable of malice. Another element people don't understand about defamation cases is that there isn't a guilty or not guilty. The defendant is either held liable for the claim damages or they're not held liable. When Tasha K interviewed Star Marie Jones, she had every reason to believe that what was said was truthful and not defamatory. Because remember, truth is the best defense to defamation. Following the interview with Star Marie Jones, Tasha K continued to make the defamatory statements about Cardi B. This is what a court would see as acting in reckless disregard of the truth. Even as recently as January 25, 2019, Kibi tweeted that plaintiff had herpes. Specifically tweeting at plaintiff, Kibi wrote that plaintiff had a confirmed irritated body part, which she followed with #herpesb.
I'm gonna get a tattoo on my that says I'm that they love to hate. And I'm not really I know I sound a little cocky, but I notice that I'm really the that because love to hate.
The aforementioned defamatory statements published by Jones have caused Cardi B to suffer embarrassment, humiliation, mental anguish, and emotional distress. Celebrities and influencers are forced to generate thick skin to make it in this culture, but they're still human, and no one enjoys seeing people slander their character all over social media.
Absolutely right about Tasha K being completely willing to lie. It came out on the stand when I was sitting there in the front row, and I was so surprised at how Cardi B's attorneys were saying, well, you said this, correct? Yeah, I said that, and you knew it wasn't true. Yeah, I knew it wasn't true. I mean, you were lying to your audience. Yeah, I was lying to my audience. You were lying to your subscribers. Yeah, I was lying to my subscribers. I mean,
Tasha K was notified that her statements were defamatory multiple times, was told her source wasn't credible, and then testified that she was lying in her videos. Despite defamation being an incredibly hard claim to win as a public figure, Cardi B was able to win millions due to Tasha K acting with actual malice.
And when I don't post nothing at all, make something up about me. They love to make shit up about me.
All my money gone, but guess who's still paying the bills in the house? Even after the $4 million debt. I'm broke.
Receiving a $4 million judgment after spending what I assume is multiple six figures in attorney's fees is no joke. Cardi B is going for the jugular. Cardi B subpoenas Tasha K's husband, demands list of all financial assets. They are asking for all transfers of money and all income between Tasha K and her husband. They then have 54 separate requests for production of documents pertaining to income, agreements, investment accounts, checking accounts, and many more. Even after the judgment, Tasha K couldn't resist posting about the passing of Cardi B's husband's musical partner. This was clearly the case of someone clout chasing a celebrity for views. Before the Kibi parties published the video, they were told by Lovely T during a phone conversation that parts of Jones' story were not true. The brief further alleges that Tasha K rushed the release of the video with star Marie Jones in order to have a trending video, despite knowing some of the defamatory accusations in the video could be false. The video went on to pull in more than 4 million views, so her incentives in releasing the video are pretty obvious. I hope that many YouTubers take this video as a warning to be a little more cautious in how they run their commentary and reaction content, because defaming isn't cool and comes with risk. Tasha K has had to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy due to the judgment against her. She claims less than $100,000 in assets and between $1 million and $10 million in debts. Of course, the biggest creditor is Cardi B with a judgment of nearly $3.4 million against her. She listed her total monthly income as around $30,000. She listed her monthly net income to be around $7,000. She lists having her Google proceeds as being seized for repayment to Cardi B in the amount of $10,000. This would be her YouTube money. Her life is going to be miserable for the following years because of her arrogance. She was given numerous attempts to remove the videos and stop talking about Cardi B, but felt like the views and attention was worth the risk. That wasn't the case. Thanks for watching.